Good morning, everyone. David Paul here from a very cold London. This is my first talk on core finance for the year, and I've selected 6 shares that I think can do well, certainly in the first quarter of 2020. First of all, let's have a look at the first slide, which is all about the direction and the strength of the trend of the London market. And the chart shows the VectorVest composite of the UK over the last, since last October 2018. Since January, about this time last year, in fact, since January of 2019, the London market has been in a strong uptrend. There were a few red triangles, as you can see on the chart, but they actually came to nothing. They lasted about 10 days or so. So the trend's strongly up, and very strongly up since the middle of October last year, and we've had an exceptionally good run. Some of the shares that I've spoken about, Games Workshop, Lion Trust Asset Management, JD Sports have done exceptionally well, to name a few, plus some of the building stocks. Now, let's get on to the 6 that I think should do well during 2020. The first is a building stock called Bharat Developments. It's a stock that I held for a very long time. It then went into a range that lasted 2.5 years. Now, as you can see, the blue line chart below the price, that's earnings per share growth, which has been growing strongly over the last 10 years of that chart. The technical pattern is called a flat top triangle. It's a high probability pattern. The share has broken out of that flat top triangle and broken strongly upwards. It broke above £8 yesterday. I think that share is heading towards the VectorVest valuation somewhere around £11. So that pays a 5.5% dividend yield, and I think that's something that you should certainly consider. The second slide, the second chart, is in fact a small builder called Gleeson. They make starter homes in the Midlands and the north of England. As you can see, earnings per share growing very strongly over the last 5 years, and the share in the throes of a very strong uptrend. Again, it broke up since the election in December. If there's a problem with the share, it's the spread. The spread's wide, so if you actually decide to get into Gleeson, it's certainly not a jobbing opportunity. I firmly believe it's a share that should be bought and tucked away somewhere safe and forgotten about. In the next slide, we have Halma. Now, Halma, again, 5-year chart, strong uptrend. Earnings per share growing very strongly indeed. It pulled back a few months ago in what technicians would refer to as a flag pattern, broken up out of that flag, and looks to me as if that can move up quite strongly over the next few months. It needs to get through that 52-week high, but the share looks exceptionally poised for strong growth over the next few months. The next one. This is the GB Group. Again, earnings per share growing strongly, broken out of that ascending triangle, flat top triangle. Pulled back a little bit over the last couple of days. I'm holding the share since the breakout, but maybe if you haven't got into the share, wait for it to actually find the bottom. It could quite easily pull back and kiss the last double top there. So maybe give it a few days before you look at it to try and finesse a good entry level. The next slide is a share that again is growing earnings strongly and trending upwards. Oxford Instruments, just about to break up through a new 52-week high. So on a buy recommendation on VectorVest, I think that share is certainly worthy of your consideration for the first quarter of 2020. And the next slide. This is a platinum stock, a small platinum stock, a small South African-based platinum miner, gone from losing money to making money, again in the throes of a strong uptrend, just broken out of a symmetrical triangle pattern, significantly undervalued in VectorVest, growing earnings strongly, and that looks as if it's got an awful lot more upside. Platinum would seem to have broken out of a long-term bear trend, and I think Slovenia will do exceptionally well out of that. You could also have a look at Jubilee if you like small mining stocks. So those are the 6 stocks from fairly large cap FTSE index stocks right through to smaller mining stocks and a small building stock for your consideration. Thank you very much. I have another slot on here before the end of the month, and then we'll be showing VectorVest at the Traders Show towards the end of February. I'll be on here well before that. Thank you.